it just yet. So
all good, all good. Well, in the meantime, we are all set and ready to go. Let's get this stream underway. Should be live now. Hello, everyone. Are we live?
Are we?
I don't know.
Are we? Let's see. Let me check the chat here.
yeah,
Yep, we're live.
yeah.
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 And then death.
Well, everything
Including
with death, especially with us.
Okay, let's see here. Going live.
I think for the first time, I'm not actually going to have the audio from the stream.
You will be the stream.
I'm normally a lurker in there.
Yep. Hey!
So,
That is a...
That is not what I expected to start playing when I opened that up. Sorry, my bad. I'll show you what opened up, but I don't know why that's what opened up.
Uh-oh.
Oh
It just
my.
started playing, and I just started playing, and I got confused.
Well.
Oh
What?
my.
Don't judge me.
I know what your
Oh,
preferences
man.
are, I guess.
Don't judge me.
Brilliant.
And don't judge me.
Brilliant.
I judge who I want.
bum bum
It's
bum
like,
bum bum
y'all
bum
ever see-
bum
Alright,
bum bum bum
Bum, bum, bum.
bum 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 bum. Mr. Hangdown, give me a D.
Oh man, that reminds me of that. Y'all seen the new?
God damn it.
Y'all seen the fucking Konosuba thing that just came out where it's like, I need a woman who can really understand me, and he's like squished between her boobs. He's just like, oh,
God damn it.
you think I'm a woman? It's just like, what the fuck?
Nunny.
Oh, man. Nunny.
This campaign's going to be a good run, boys.
Oh shit, yeah.
Fucking hell.
All right, let me try.
I think it's alright, going good.
Oof.
Oh yeah, we do that, don't we?
Yeah, D100 for good luck.
Oh yeah, forgot to go into roll.
It's gonna be a good session, a good
What?
campaign overall for me.
What should be a natural one? Oh,
Woo! I'm okay.
Hey,
30's not
first
bad.
roll of the campaign, excluding
Yay.
your ability rolls.
I guess I should probably change my name to that.
Oh, I should.
I can
probably
change
make
my
one
name to 100-foot radius.
also.
You are the circle.
I am now the 100-foot radius.
Brilliant.
Oh no, now the wall is typing. No.
Ooh, Darius.
100 by 10-foot wall. Build
Now-
me.
Build me!
Alright, I think I should be a blue like what Melisande's outfit is, so we're gonna go with that one.
I rolled a 51.
I'll do.
You don't have a token? Oh no, you're okay.
Our little.
See, I was
little
gonna
icon
pick-
down at the bottom.
Yeah, I would have picked like a gold, but I was like, I don't think I should have gold since, I ain't the ruler.
Well, I'm going with red. I'm going with red.
Okay. I guess
Yeah.
I
Royal red.
Everybody in
Yeah.
here dying of corona. God damn.
Oof.
No, I tried to do a screech.
And instead cough.
Nice try.
I was about to try, but I'm not doing that. I probably would
All right.
scream.
All
That's a
right.
word now.
Let's
Is this gonna be everybody for
see.
tonight? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
I think
9.
we're just
Three are gonna be missing.
I think
Yeah,
Solar
we're
is
just
going to join in a bit.
missing Solar and
I think he's the only one.
Uh,
Oh, and
Solar
Luna.
and Luna.
Luna?
Yeah.
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 Okay, we should probably get some like background info on our characters in the meantime.
Please
Oh, yeah.
don't make me go first. I don't know what I'm doing.
Ebony, you
Nope,
got
now
some
you get to go first.
got some mood music in the meantime.
Some mood music.
Smooth jazz.
Some mood music.
So you listen to jazz.
Smooth is
Careless whisper.
smooth.
You
It's not my forte.
The
You like
last one who
jazz?
spoke to me like that got
Well,
a
I'm-
sword through the chest.
Well, since I have the best taste in music, let me just peruse my library real quick.
Careless whisper.
I won't argue, but I can't.
Oh, Mr. Sandman.
Give me
No,
a
don't-
dream.
That song's gonna
Now
get
that's stuck in my head.
No.
Now it's stuck in my head.
Oh, it's Mr. Hangdown.
Bring me a drink.
Now tell me, how do you want it to be?
What happened to who?
No, I'm just like continuing the song, but like, so
Oh, I legitimately don't know any more of the song. That's like the only piece I know.
Yeah, it's like the first 2 lines.
Alrighty, let's get into the game.
Yeah.
Chaotic Wyrmwurm.
Because I'm on 100-foot radius.
God damn it.
For they were all down there. There's like walls and squares and just I could just.
Where's
be
Torch?
anything.
I don't see Torch and I feel sad.
No.
Yeah.
Rip Torch.
Rip Torch, best background Torch ever. Burn for you.
I'm surprised the player character thing doesn't actually show up down there to choose to be. I'm just kind of surprised.
Yeah.
I was looking, but all I see are walls, squares, and radii.
What it
The
is?
cones. Don't forget the cones.
The little player character things in there are handouts. They're not actual characters. Because then you can zoom in on the picture. Yeah.
Well, then that means that all the area of effect templates are characters, though.
Yep.
They
all
are
have their own
characters.
feelings.
Oh
They
my
all have
God.
their own
Character
emotions and
sheets.
backstories.
Are you?
No, they all legitimately have character sheets. I'm looking at
Oh
them.
my god. Oh, that's
I-
hilarious.
I really want to go into one and just
that's
write
brilliant.
a backstory for like
Oh, that's
one of the
brilliant.
radiuses.
I will write it up for the 100-foot radius because that's me. I will write the backstory for that one.
Let's see. I'm gonna
Alright,
pick...
so in the meantime, I think before I give you a bit more of story of the plays, I think I want to
got
wait for Luna and Solar. Why don't you
Alright.
go ahead and describe a bit of your characters?
All
Everyone?
right.
Let's start with the Queen.
the Queen. We have. Oh, let's just here. Let me
That
just
works.
Get that.
Always a good goat.
Yeah, play.
Oh god, that's loud.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Adjust
just turn 'em
the music. Adjust the music volume. Sorry.
Adjust the music to your taste.
Hello, everyone. My name's Wuten. I'm playing the role of Melaina, the future Kell of Kells. She is a... Well, I suppose we'll just briefly describe what's happened here. So, she has left on an exodus from her original hive to form a hive of her own. This is the first time such an event has occurred in the last, I believe, 400 years, roughly. And so, word got around to one of our other party members who eventually joined us in our travels to the eventual city, the port city of Languish. But yes, this is Melaina. She is a Zen archer monk which is basically just she's a monk, but she uses a bow and arrow instead of fighting with her hands and feet. So, next.
Let's
I
go with
am-
Melisande.
I was gonna say, I imagine I might go next here. So, excuse me. Hello, everyone. I am Chaotic, and I am going to be playing the role of the ever loyal bodyguard for Melaina, Melisande. I come from the same hive as our future Queen Bee, and I am there to lay my life on the line for her and to command our soldiers to victory.
All right. Next, we go with Jeera.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Rivas. I am playing Jeera. He is a Wyrwood who specializes in crafting. He can craft a lot of things, from wondrous items to weapons, but most importantly of all, constructs. So he's going to be a machine man that builds other machines, golems, and all that fun stuff. And he has his own goals that he is returning to Embercrest for from the outside world continents. And he has some pretty important business, which I'll leave to later to reveal.
All right. Now we go with the Darius.
Hello, everyone. I'm GutiuSerenade, and I am playing a customized race called the Dragonblessed, which are basically essentially kind of some variant of blood descendants of dragons. They're humanoids, which also inhibit draconic traits. In Darius's case, he is descendants of chromatic black dragons. He, to my knowledge, he does not know many others of his kind. At least not until he traveled from the monastery, which he grew up from when he was a child. In the northwestern jungle of Embercrest, was a monastery known as the Brotherhood of the Iron Cobra. And Darius was a bit of a at least in the eyes of the masters, he was a troublemaker. But simultaneously, he was an idealist. And despite the fact that the way that he was viewed in such a negative light, he felt as though that if the masters were not going to adhere to and grow in the way that he wanted to witness everyone around him grow, then there must be something better, and there must be something else worth endeavoring towards. So he, like as I said, he was there since he was a child. He left his mentor / father figure, who many just called Old Lion, and made way east through the swamps and jungles to start life anew. He specializes in unarmed fighting.
All right.
Fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs.
Right, good set of fisticuffs, that.
Now let's go with the person who just joined in, Rovya.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, this is a feeling I haven't felt in a while. 3 a.m. I missed you. Okay. So I assume we're doing character introductions.
Correct.
Okay. So, my character is Rovya, a tiefling ninja monk of the Order of the Mask, a order that preserves identity above all, believing that nothing could be more sacred than one's own secrets, essentially. And given that it is an order that is closely linked to prism dragons, it constantly used this belief to intermingle with, and manipulate society as it could. And Rovya is very much a prize servant of this order, which is, I think, on Ebony's map far to the south.
Yes.
Right. However, how this interlinks with the story here is that long time ago, a very long time ago, there was a certain member of the Order of the Mask called the Great Sting, an ancient Kell of the bee people known as the Thriae, because I can't pronounce their name.
It's okay.
So they're going to be the bee people. And in order to fulfill a old debt of this to this old member of the Kells, they decided to send Rovya on the hunt to find Wuten's character, another Kell, in order to serve her eternally and repay the debt that they owe. As Goody was kind of talking about the build, I will too. She is a ninja and a monk, and she's mainly going to be charging around, attacking things with a giant glaive, and generally being crazy. And that is going to either work well or not, and I'm going with either.
Perfect.
Let's hope we don't have another Ash lost an arm situation here.
Literally.
And now let's go with Dazielle.
Oh god.
Oh?
Hi there. I'm Starry, and my character is she's another Dragonblessed, of Gold Dragon lineage. She's a local to this town that I am trying desperately to remember the name of.
Langish.
Langish?
Langish.
Thank you,
Langish.
Lennish.
Langish.
Yeah, Langish.
Definitely.
Like lang, like long
Yeah.
hair, but like and
Gotcha.
ish, like ish.
Yeah.
I'm
Not
just
bad.
racking my brain to remember it. She's a protector of sorts. She grew up here, knows the people, fights for the people, and very easygoing person. She thinks that people don't know what she's up to, but I mean, there's not a lot she can hide. So yeah, not too much to her, but she's very informal.
Mm-hmm.
What class
story
is
goes.
she? And
Oh,
Bloodrager.
Yes.
Yep, Bloodrager.
She's a Bloodrager.
ooh.
Which I hope I don't stuff up.
Now you're good. You got
It's-
us to remind you if you need stuff.
Having the ability to rage and just hit everything really hard is very hard to mess up. You'll be fine.
Oh yeah, no, I have
Also-
played Barbarians
Also,
before.
spell casting. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
All right.
Yeah.
I think at the moment that is everyone. Luna will be joining in later tonight. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think we're good to go. There are three.
Hey.
There are currently 3 players that won't be joining us tonight. Kai will be playing Aeon.
Believe they're
Dakota will be
mesmerist.
playing a Kobold Inquisitor that we have to come up with a name still. And my brother, John Boy, will be playing Jimbo Wells, the a human shaman who is a traveling merchant who sells potions and scrolls. So
Beautiful.
have a very colorful cast of characters to look forward to this evening and in future sessions of this campaign.
And quite a long party to DM, I may add.
Yeah.
Stop this at once, Solar.
Move to America.
I'm the Imperial system. All my nightmares at once.
Put him in the forever box.
Excuse me.
Alrighty, so this is a small, just warm-up session to know where everyone is before the actual campaign can start. What drove them to come to the city for the ones that don't live in the city, and what are they expecting to accomplish, and just to get to know them a bit more, and know, and for the ones that are already together, to know how to establish a bit how their relationships work.
Right. Okay.
Hey.
Alrighty.
Yeah. I
and I
know
think- Mhm.
Oh no, you go say what you were gonna say.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I know I did put a request in the chat that, with whatever's happening with Rovya, if that could go first, simply because I might not be awake if it's going last. So I'm not sure if anybody has a problem with that, but
Oh no.
if
I think
I've
we're
no
good with
no
that.
objections, man.
if there is no other
Good for that.
preferences, that would be good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, given how I think she's starting with Melaina,
Mm-hmm.
and she's the big head be queen honcho.
Mm-hmm.
It might be good to start with her.
Okay.
Yep, I was
Yeah.
actually about to say that we should start with the group
Cool.
Melaina and Rovya.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Alright, so I believe you had this document. I'm not sure if you would like to read it, or if you would like to just give us a overall of what happened in there.
I can just give a brief overall description of what happened. So
There were two different ones. The first one of us
yeah.
leaving, and then the second one of Rovya.
yeah. So
Mhm.
starting with Melaina, she made in the culture of the Thriae, which are the bee people that he was having trouble pronouncing. They
So
have
that's how it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thriae. Yeah, it's like 3i, but yeah. It's Greek. Anyway, so they have a choice that the future Kel can make. They either continue with the current hive and continue propagating that hive, or they're able to break off and form their own hive, separate from the current hive that they're coming from. Now, over the last 400 centuries or so, this has been the current hives have been mostly maintained by the Kells taking on responsibility one after the other. It hasn't happened in quite a few centuries that a Kel would actually venture forth into the world to form a new hive. Until now. Melaina is a young Kel that has chosen to perform the Kel Exodus, which is basically pretty straightforward. She will go out and form a new hive. And her traveling companion, Melisande, was chosen to be her bodyguard. The two of them have mostly known each other since the two of them were first growing in the hive, and they traveled from Ebony, would we be able to open up the map by chance, so I can? Would we be able
Yes.
to move over to that?
I still don't have the full map yet, but
That's okay. I'm just gonna zoom in real quick on the. Yeah. Okay. So we have a
Big map.
big map. So we're gonna go over here to the House of Opulence, which is the hive that Melaina is coming from. So she and Melisande left this hive, and they traveled north up into the mountain range called the Range of Storms. And in this Range of Storms, they were traveling through. They came across a small outcropping into a cave. And in that cave, they encountered Rovya, who was traveling to the city of Languish to intercept the two of them, but was lucky enough to encounter them early on. And after a quick explanation of her being there, they ended up befriending this tiefling ninja and took her in as a member of their traveling group.
She was lucky she could explain herself before I cut her to bits.
That is true.
that is true. And during that trip, might as well add. Also, during these explanations, if you'd like to, we can also do role play sessions of just you meeting certain NPCs. That goes for everyone.
Right. I don't think I ever wrote up anything for the other NPC that would eventually be joining us for the little travel thing. But
okay, we can start with that if you want.
That'll work. Perfect.
If everyone is okay with that.
All right. We can swap back off of the map now, please.
Yes,
it's killing my frame rates.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Can
Okay.
I just say,
there we
I
go.
actually heard my PC fan speed up.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. Oh
Ebony,
It
jeez.
was cutting in and out for me. I was like,
Oh boy.
Oh,
Okay. So.
that one moment when the map is the big boss battle.
Yeah. the cleric
wait
beast.
until 20. So, after having met Rovya and still having made quite a far travel in the Range of Storms, you find you're passing this, like, you know how the mountains have paths that are very narrow,
Right.
and then
Like
on one side
narrow
there's the wall.
cliffside. It's like a narrow cliffside.
Narrow cliffside. You find there is like this small hole opening on the side of the wall.
Right.
And
Right, the walls in this campaign.
not the actual wall.
It's made up
Die.
of the wall.
The actual wall.
Oh god.
You find it's like this cubby hole where small animals like foxes could hide in.
Right.
That is a tiny
Okay.
hole.
However, instead of an animal being inside, you find like this pair of legs protruding and almost blocking your way, as if the other half of the person it's inside the hole.
Okay.
That is quite a sight. Do humans usually grow out of mountain walls? Turns to Rovya.
So,
I had heard of
Rovya.
some growing from mountains, but not humans.
Rovya perks up at this, adjusts her mask to look at it, and says,
Usually they grow out of other people.
She then looks back to you guys and says,
Would it not be wise if I oversaw this before the Queen approached?
Melaina will nod at you.
okay.
I'll leave it to you then.
Rogue is gonna do rogue things.
And poke the trap.
Yes. I mean, that was the plan. So she slowly inches up to this pair of legs with her glaive, and she takes the blunt end of the blade and just taps one of the boots with heavily enough to wake somebody up if it was actually a person.
Mm-hmm.
You tap it, and after like 2 seconds, the like twitches, and you hear this groan coming from the hole.
Okay.
I think it is stuck.
Or
I
perhaps...
think it is dying.
Should we put it out of its misery?
Well,
I'm like,
here we go, guys.
I'm serious. I'm serious. Should we put it out of its misery?
So,
I'm sure we can.
A whole new character.
I'm sure we can help this poor creature out. Rovya, would you be able to pull him free?
Yeah, sure. So what I'm going to do is, I will
Bitch.
place my glaive against the side of the mountain. I will grab it with two mighty tiefling arms and just pull it out. Do you want me to make a strength check?
before you do that, just a small thing I forgot to ask you guys.
Right.
Can everyone please go to push to talk?
Yeah.
Sure.
Right, sure.
Yeah, mostly because everyone, since it's so many people, all the noise can start.
Okay.
Oh,
I am here.
Oh, it's an Elvarin. So quick,
secretly the body we found.
quick little introduction for Elvarin.
From me?
Little character introduction. Yeah. Yes. Introduce yourself.
Shit. So, in character, out of character, I am sorry. I jumped in here without seeing the introduction.
No, you're good.
before.
You're good. You're good. Yeah,
Okay.
we're just introducing things. Little introduction session.
Okay. So, Elvarin is our Warpriest. She washed up on the shores of Embercrest after a terrible shipwreck in an emissary mission that went horribly wrong. And as the sole survivor, she is now trying to rebuild her life on this new unfamiliar continent and try to make some friends.
all right.
That's adorable.
She is. So just to catch you up to speed, Luna, we're doing like this small RP fragments of how everyone is just reaching their, where you will all start on the first session.
All right.
At this moment, Melaina, Melisande, and Rovya are traveling across the range of storms close to the city of Langish. And they came across of this pair of legs stuck in a hole.
And we're currently trying to push it free, or pull it free. Whoever it may be.
Whoever it may be.
Yep. So, Rovya, Melisande, as you said, should we put it out of its misery? You hear a very weak voice. Please don't.
It speaks. Rovya, please, pull it free.
Stand back, my queen.
Stands back.
Okay, so yeah, do you want me to make a strength check here?
Yes, if you want.
All right.
Let's
Might
see
as
how
well.
far you pull. Yoke that boy.
Okay,
I
so-
gave it a pretty good tug.
You pull him so hard, he actually falls from the side of the cliff and dies.
Roll
Oh,
a new
no.
character. Roll new NPC.
Well,
No, I'm joking. So you pull him out. You hear him drag. As you pull out this very very dusty looking man. Let me.
Oh,
Ooh.
Ebony.
You see this youngish male between around his late 20s, early 30s. His face and upper body covered in dust and probably a bit of bad poop. Who else?
we knew someone.
we lost Chaotic. His headset fucked up real
Oh.
quick. That's okay.
Should we wait for him?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's.
should be back.
Okay.
He hath returneth.
For I'm not sure how long, we'll have to see. My computer decided it wanted to I was going to restart it so I could try to fix my headset, and it decided it wanted to update. So
Oh, well, all right.
so just on my phone for now.
Okay,
All right.
excellent.
So this man covered in dust and probably bad poop on his head. He looks very tired, like he probably hasn't eaten in 1 or 2 days. From the he's covered in this many coats and scarves and sweaters. From one of them, you see Poof, a tiny orange-colored kitten, just.
It is a small creature.
He looks
What
at
is
you.
it doing on you?
He raises his finger one question at a time. Thank you. He raises a second finger. And he is my. You could call him my pet. And he kind of pets the small kitty. The cat looks a bit upset.
What were you doing in that hole?
He stands up. Well, you see, I was making my way towards Langish and I had a map, but a bird came and stole it. So I decided to take out my backup map, and the wind pulled it into this hole, and I tried to retrieve it because if I don't have my map, I'm basically dead, and I got stuck, and I couldn't retrieve my map.
Well, that is quite unfortunate.
Wait,
Kinda under her breath in Hive, quite clumsy too. Where
wait,
were you going?
To Langish, but I know of you. You are Thriae, am I right?
Thriae, yes. What of it?
Well, it's just it's a bit weird to see your kind being so far away from the hive and alone, it seems.
She's going to place her auxiliary arms on her hips. Well, you look upon Melaina, future Kell of a new hive. A pleasure. What is your name?
Oh, he like extends his hand to offering a handshake. Oh, name's Elvarin, and this little boy here is Cambius.
Alvari. A pleasure. And she'll reach out and shake your hand briefly before. By the way, you said you were traveling to Languish. And she will look to her two companions. Do you happen to know the way?
Well, I wasn't hoping to have to use magical means to get there, but I probably could.
Ah, so you are a practicer of arcane arts?
You could say he kind of moves his coat a bit to show his belt. You see strapped to it a couple of books. I'd say a bit more than an apprentice, but yeah, I am a caster of sorts.
I see. Rovya, Melisande, what are your thoughts on bringing along one more traveler, at least until we get to our city?
We have hardly been gone a day from the hive, Melaina, my queen. And yet, already, you bring along 2 new pets. What's about it?
It's certainly better to travel in numbers. Besides, he doesn't seem like he could harm me. I have you to trust for that.
Well, that Rovya is going to say... Sorry, were you going to say something chaotic?
No, it was just, that was it.
All right. Rovya is going to look him over and ask him,
Pray tell, where did thou learn magic?
He looks at you for a second, kind of squinting his eyes. I actually come from a bit far south of the continent, from the city of Smuglari.
Who did what now?
Capital city of the continent.
Yeah.
Smuglari.
Oh, I know.
Smuglari.
Exactly. You could say I hold kind of kind of high role in the magical society there, and I am coming here to do some research.
Ah.
Huh.
So our interests, at least our destination, aligns.
For the sake of doing what general rogue classes should do, mind if I roll sense motive on this fella?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, what anybody with any level of sense should do, but sure.
Yep.
Just say rogues are the only ones that use sense motive. I get it.
No. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Well,
oh, sorry, I rolled twice there. 16.
Melaina, he doesn't seem to be hiding anything. He seems to be
He
pretty
just seems
straightforward.
like a traveler down on his luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rovya, you could tell that it doesn't match a lot the fact that he got stuck like that if he's a high researcher. But it could also be as well just really bad luck.
Okay.
He might be bad. He might not be used to traveling. So
Okay, fair enough. Rovya is going to turn to Melaina and say,
I do not think it wise to trust in the magic of strangers, but I'm sure after judging the fighting art of your bodyguard here and knowing the abilities of myself, I'm sure if something does happen, we would be able to protect you.
With a quick look over him, by the way, what is his general appearance besides being unkempt? Is he perhaps overweight? Does he look weak in any measure?
His face looks fairly thin, not to an unhealthy point, but also the facial hair hides a bit of those factions, and he looks unkept. That could probably be for the fact that he was stuck in a hole, and he also has a lot of clothing covering him. So, like, he has a coat, and under that he has a sweater. And under that, he probably have something else.
He's in the mountain.
Which probably also means that he's a very thin man underneath all of that, most likely, if he's got that many layers.
Hey, the cat has a scarf. That's commitment.
That is commitment, yeah.
It's cute.
It's adorable.
The cat is secretly the brains of the operation.
Almost definitely.
So, as he's about to continue speaking, you hear this grumbling noise. He pauses for a second. Would you mind doing this clumsy traveler a favor before continuing with your trip?
What might that be?
Do you have any food for us?
Let me check. I think I do. Oh yeah, I do. I have 10 trail rations, plenty of food.
But will that last you the rest of the trip?
I'd imagine, yeah.
Which is what Melisande would say in Hive, just to say, "Are you sure you're planning to give him? Will your rations last the rest of the trip?"
Rovya, by chance, do you know how far we are from Langish?
Ebony, do I know how far we are from Langish?
Actually, not very far away. If you keep a good pace, you could probably not arrive to the city because there's a small field part before Langish. You still could get out of the range of storms in like 5 more days, which will be a lot more helpful since the fields are a better place to at least hunt for food.
In the fields, we don't need to worry about. We can use survival and whatnot to hunt for food.
Exactly.
So Rovya's gonna say,
with decent pace, we would be able to leave the range of storms in about 5 days.
Will he last 5 days?
Will you last 5 days? I can make him.
You hear his stomach grumble again. And
Will you last 5 days?
I can make him last 5 days.
Whoa!
That is scary.
His face goes.
Actually, Melisandre's gonna go along with this joke and is gonna look at him and say, "Yes, his leg would last for 2 or 3."
Oh my god.
Thing is, I wasn't joking.
His face.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
You can see his face.
Oh goodness.
He just goes bright red. Yeah, I probably might pass out in 1 or 2 more days. Do you really think you could spare something for us?
Oh, how...
And you see like the small kitten just come out a bit more of his scarf and give you the Puss in Boots eyes.
Oh, you gotta roll that cat's diplomacy. Roll that cat's diplomacy, boy.
It has a bend.
You know how Melaina is. You know how Melaina is. Roll that cat's diplomacy. Let's see how it...
Come on, kitty.
Oh my fucking god.
It has a bandana. How could you not? Oh.
Just 11.
I'm convinced. As she reaches in and pulls out one trail ration. And I'm gonna adjust that on my sheet. Pull out 1 trail ration and hand it over to Alvari. It's specifically like a mix of like fruits, nuts, and a small vial of like honey.
Merope?
It's not actually merope. No. It's just honey.
Just honey. So you see, as he bows a bit. Why, thank you for the help. And he just sits down, starts taking bits and giving his kitty some of them. They eat really fast. Also to not waste much time. Finish.
We need to move on to find somewhere to break before the sun sets.
Indeed. Alvari, are you familiar with this general area? Perhaps you can help us find a place to stay for the night.
Oh, I actually... Sorry. I wouldn't have much issue with providing some magical aid in that regard. Now that my arms are no longer stuck in that hole.
Wonderful, and she clasps her hands together. In that case, shall we continue on?
All right, and you continue with your trip towards Lankish, with the pleasant surprise that each night you no longer need to sleep entirely on the cold of the range of storms.
Right.
But in a particularly warm magical hut.
Oh, perfect.
He's got that Leomud's tiny hut going on.
Yeah.
Nay.
Perhaps he wasn't so bad to bring along then, Michael. He
I
summons
had a good feeling.
structures from nowhere.
I had a good feeling about him.
This is how magic users, they hold such power. I never knew.
No offense.
It seems the lands of Embercrest have a lot in store for us.
No offense, my queen, but I am pretty sure you will be amazed with learning how much magic can do in this world.
I look forward to finding out.
And see.
Yeah. All right.
Woohoo! This computer needs to hurry. I'm tired of walking.
All right,
nice.
awesome.
Cool.
So yeah, you when we wrap up in the first session, you will be arriving to Languish in company of Alvari,
All right.
who has also
Okay.
offered his help as a small guard to give you an extra help. Give Rovya and Melisande an extra help regarding protection.
Excellent.
Awesome.
All right, so who should we go next? Why don't? Well, the remaining people are actually all in the same place.
Yeah.
Woo!
Wait a second.
No.
Be right back.
All right.
Oh, well, that's a pee break.
That is a pee break.
I just went to go get a snack. What's wrong with you people?
Damn it, it's just come back from getting my snack, and you all go to get yours.
Should I mention the
yes.
detail I forgot to mention with Dazzy?
Yeah, go
What's the
ahead.
detail?
Go ahead.
Amidst the gold scales that she has, she also has golden freckles mixed in.
Oh my god, that is adorable.
So
Oh yeah,
they're
I see
not
it
all
now.
Scales.
Yeah. I
They're
see
not
it
all
now.
scales, and there's a reason for that.
I see that.
I was like,
Adorable.
I forgot the freckles, damn it! That's
That
important.
is
Fuck, I'm in the
that
wrong
is just
chat.
precious.
In the wrong chat?
I was looking. I was in the Champions chat.
Oh,
Oh,
whoops.
well. Whoopsie doodles.
That's adorable. All right.
That's a better response than some other people's response to seeing Dazzy.
I am so sorry in advance.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Whoever said one
What
person
are we
can't
sorry
change the-
about?
Remember what I said about Dragonblessed and being from place you're from?
Uh-oh.
I
Oh
don't.
my.
I don't know, but it doesn't sound good.
It's
Is
gonna
she
be
gonna
fine.
hate us?
No.
You
Just
better learn. You better learn to cooperate, Chica.
just might be a little bit. Might
This
have
might
some
be a little
trust
bit awkward.
problems.
Little awkward.
Don't
Especially
worry,
me,
Dazzy will make
especially
it
me, because
very
I'm the
awkward.
black scaled one.
Yeah, he's the
I may or may not descend from previous world rulers. We'll see.
God
I
knows.
don't think Dazielle knows boundaries, so
Whoever said one person can't
Awkward.
change the world never ate an undercooked bat.
Oh my fucking god.
God damn! All right then.
Nice.
You know when Ebony brought up saying that the guy might have bat droppings on him, I was like, oh shit, he's bringing the virus.
Oh
in.
shit, he got the
Oh,
Rona.
no.
Indeed.
He got the
You
Rona.
got the Rona. I knew
got
I
the
should have
Rona.
killed him on the spot.
Quarantine. You're gonna get delayed at the gates and sent to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Don't forget to
It's-
social
it's-
distance in the city.
It's amazing how like this virus, like looking at old movies and D&D and stuff, and I'm just like, you're too close. Wait, no, it's fine. It's fine. It don't matter. It's fine.
It's okay because me and Chaotic have reach weapons.
We're at
We are
least 6
already
feet away.
social distancing.
Hey, so serious. Rock and roll, baby.
Woo! Everybody with their
Hey.
reach weapons in this campaign.
It's
Holy
okay.
shit.
Elvarin has a
I-
hazmat
I
suit. That's
don't.
her armor.
I get up real close and personal,
Uh-oh.
like.
I just don't get
Melaina's
diseased.
a ranger. Well, a monk who uses a bow, so
Close enough.
basically a ranger. Basically a ranger who can also punch.
Well, I mean.
By the way, I
yeah,
would
like
like
I
to inform you guys that a hornbow, an orc hornbow, is the best weapon for ranged vital strike because it deals 2d6 points of weapon damage.
Yeah.
That's for this game or in Pathfinder in general?
Pathfinder in general. It's
I'll have
the
to remember
only
that first.
Yeah, it's the only type of... It's an exotic bow, but it is the only type of bow that does more than, like,
One
a
dice of
single
damage.
die worth of damage.
Are they expensive?
I think they're the same price as a regular longbow. Let me check. Let me double check. I think it's...
Yeah, I'm back.
that-
I apologize.
Hey!
Back.
We got that
the
night elf
orc-
music.
The
Right?
orc
No,
hornbow
is this, no, this is
Mhm.
this is Baron, isn't it?
I think this is Baron's, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard it too fucking much to not know.
But
I'm going to
so
get
sorry,
3 a.m.
the master,
Uh-huh.
the hornbow is 130 gold pieces.
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Okay. I'll have to look into that for a certain gal.
Yeah. All right. Let's do this.
Sorry.
All right. So, everyone is here, just to be sure.
Yep,
I think so.
I am here.
All right.
Where am I?
So, let's go with the party of Languish. And to start, I think a good point will be to show you, those who haven't read it, the city of Languish, which is one of the main port cities of Embercrest. It's especially famous for the port of the Kraken, which is the biggest port of
Lovely.
the continent, and also because it's a military government city. So it works something like, for those who don't know, like Full Metal Alchemist.
Ah.
All right.
Yeah, where the leader of the army is the ruler of the city.
I
All
still
right.
need to watch that.
The army that oversees this place is are the Griffon Gliders, which are, as their name says, are warriors trained to fight riding griffins, which are large magical beasts with that are no easy task to tame, I may add.
Yeah.
And in this city, we have 4 of you, which are Dazielle, Darius, Jeera, and Elvarin. Why don't we go start with Darius?
All right.
Tell us a bit about a bit of what you do here. What are you looking for?
Well, Darius arrived still somewhat recently. So he is probably he's more than likely keeping an eye on like like the boards for like jobs and any kind of like jobs or whatnot. Any sort of like maybe any sort of high-ranking noble of some sort, maybe looking for like a bodyguard of some sort. At the moment, the world is his oyster. So keeping an ear around the local taverns, keeping an eye on job boards, usually probably for more than likely local things rather than distant travel.
All right. Given that description, I assume like most of your day you spend it like on the work boards or just looking in the tavern around, right?
Yeah, getting to know some people like who hear a lot of stories, like tavern keepers, folks. Some of the I can't remember what they're called, but like some of the men who help out with like horse stables and whatnot, since they meet a lot of travelers.
Mm-hmm.
Stable masters.
Yeah, that's the word. total blank. People like that.
All right. So, in that case, there are actually 2 jobs that will fit the perfectly for you. One of them first, being a small helper to a. One sec.
Oh, I'm getting a thing for chaotic.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
One of them, and will probably be the one that will pay you more handsomely. Will be working as a bodyguard for a place called the Gilded Rose, which is basically a place of enjoyment with several of a place where you can enjoy the company of other people. There is ale, there is dancers, and there is the possibility of contracting more personal private services.
Let's see here. Easy eyes, easy money, easy on the eyes, easy on the wallet. All right. Probably not a bad starting point. Get to know some more characters.
All right.
What's the other one? Just tell me. Okay.
And the other one will be helping out a small blacksmith business called the Stormhammer, which you, during your time going around, you might have noticed it's were a very interesting individuals. Actually, the fact that these 2 places could also call your attention is because each of them has a person that actually got your attention. The Stormhammer, because it's a place where you can see going in and out a lot. A very damn it, Hangouts. There we go. A very odd-looking girl, which does remind you a lot on your looks. You have the sensation that she can be someone like you. And the Gilded Rose is also the owner of the Gilded Rose, and the main attraction of it is also an individual of similar characteristic to yours.
Oh my.
Ain't that a small world? So basically, Gilded Rose is an opportunity to make a good sum of money, and the blacksmith's place. What was that one called? I'm sorry.
Stormhammer.
Stormhammer.
Stormhammer. Okay. Stormhammer might get more connections. Is that the gist of it? From what I understood.
Both are. I'd say the Gilded Rose pays you a bit more, but the Stormhammer has a more curious person, which is Dazielle, who, if you frequent taverns, you might have seen her around, possibly getting in some trouble every now and then. As in getting into a couple fist fights here and there.
Fist fight.
And
Mm-hmm.
and usually when she is being caught, her there's a darkish, there's a cover over her scales.
Well,
Like
you left me
whether it's mud or soot, whatever she can find.
Well, you left me at quite an impasse, Ebony. Do I want to hang out at a place where I can meet someone who's into fist fighting, or do I want to make some good coin? I think considering that Darius is, still keeping an eye open for jobs, probably won't be the last time he sees this girl. So he's probably going to go for Gilded Rose for just because that amount of coin that pays, is gonna really catch the eye.
Gotcha. So if you go into the Gilded Rose, you see it's. I am not sure how used is Darius to going into brothels.
Well, the way I imagine this is that when he saw the notice, it was the type of place it was phrased very very delicately.
Discreetly?
Yeah.
In such a way that it wasn't going to scream naked people and getting drunk doing a line off someone's boner type of bullshit. So
when you get in the place, it looks like the impression you have. It's like, have you ever played Assassin's Creed 2?
I have not, but I did watch a friend play it.
Do you remember, or any of you remember, the scene where Ezio for the first time visits a brothel on the inside, which is basically you see.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't see a lot happening. You don't see a lot of explicit. You don't see explicit things happening in there, because that happens upstairs. But you see several men and women working as courtesans or dancers over there.
Okay.
And as I mentioned, both the owner and the main attraction is a golden scale Dragonblessed, like you, with a few more.
Like she's there now.
Yeah, you could see her now because she's you can tell probably she likes to keep a close eye on her girls and men.
Oh, okay.
Make sure everything is fine, everyone is comfortable, no one's causing trouble. But she herself maybe doesn't have the strength to do something if something happened.
And she's like she's probably very well dressed to the point where she stands out as someone as authority.
Exactly, it's something that gives a hint of her also being part of the business.
Okay.
But she carries this her outfit a bit more elegantly, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Also, you can notice that the traits that give her away, and you can notice this especially because it's one of you could say it's like it's just something that tells you I know what you are, vibe. She doesn't have the prominent scales like you. In fact, most of hers are either on her shoulders, hands, or side of their leg. But her eyes and the pair of horns she carries can tell you that she's not just a tiefling.
Huh. That's peculiar. Oh well. And upon spotting her, he's going to very nonchalantly make his way over there.
She seems a bit surprised by someone just coming straight up toward her. Oh wait there. The main event it's not yet. But tell me. You must
sound
be
a bit flustered for just meeting me. Don't worry, I'm just here for the job. He's gonna hold up the post.
Oh. Pardon my my mistake. What is your name?
My mic popped out. What'd you say, Ebony?
Sorry, pardon my mistake. What's your name?
You can call me Darius. I just rolled into town about 3-4 days ago, and saw this post that over on the boards that probably net me a few good pints of brew and maybe a trip to the net, maybe a little good starting point for figuring out my next few steps.
She gives a soft smile, nods. Oh, well, if you are looking for a job here, I need to ask you, what are your skills, and what can you offer to be worthy of this job, if, for lack of a better word?
For lack of a better word, I don't use those. What I can offer right here, my lefts and my rights. He shows his he does like the palm to the fist. Just here to rough up people who get a little too close to the merchandise. That's to say, as long as I don't get to be none of the merchandise. If you catch what I'm saying here. He turns to kind of look back towards the room again. He said, "Way that you wrote this thing up, completely different than what I grew up used to. Gig's a gig, right?"
I'm sorry, what you said, Goody?
He's like, gotta say, the way you worded that post, a lot different than what the kind of place I was growing up with. Try that again. Way different than the type of place I was growing up with, but gig's a gig, right?
Yeah, you could say that I may have been a bit tricky on my wording on that advice, but yeah. Well,
how bad do the patrons get, if you don't mind my asking? Surely must be causing a bit of a problem lately if you had to make a post for it with that kind of money.
She takes a moment to eye you up and down. Well, oftentimes they are fairly reasonable, but at least we have 1 or 2 incidents at least once a week. At least every week, sorry. But so yeah, that's what made me need to offer a payment job for this, because we have some extra help with someone who likes to do an official job. You might have seen her around.
Yeah?
Trust me, her skills are not hard to miss.
Oh, she another, gold, not yellow, right?
Precisely.
He's actually trying to assess the colors and trying to decide is it gold or yellow.
What's a yellow dragon?
What the fuck is a yellow dragon?
I'm sorry, I had to say it.
It's a disrespectful means of talking about a gold dragon, that's what.
You could say, yeah, gold would be the right color. Speaking of gold,
I didn't get out much, sorry.
No, pardon if the question is too intrusive, but what is a unique person like you doing in this place? I mean, I'm pretty sure you must be treated differently from where you're from, right?
Oh, that's the language, huh? All right. Well, I need to find the note for it quick. Well, when you get displaced as a kid due to some fucking lion folk killing off your village, and end up growing up in a monastery, yeah, you end up getting separated from a lot of your ilk. that's where the fists come into play. And if they're not careful, a couple of broken bones, maybe some maybe I'll start a collection of ribs or tibia or whatever the hell they're called. I don't want to ramble too much about it. But, something I don't always enjoy talking about. If you don't mind my saying.
Well, I do hope that we won't need to get to that point. But
Righto.
it seems you are overqualified for this job, so let me know when you would like to start, and I can assign you your post, and also will add you will be paid handsomely. I'm currently offering you 10 gold every 2 weeks.
Ooh. Sounds like a good startup joint to me. In that case, you can expect all your troubles to drop down to 0.
She gives you a nod, chuckling. Well, I don't think you could. It's a bit too late to start today, but come tomorrow at high noon, and you can start with your job.
Righto.
She takes her leave, just getting upstairs to keep taking a look at the place from a higher point.
Right. It's going to kind of give like a 2-fingered salute, just to be like, "Yep," like kind of like a "you got it."
Yep.
Nod, and he will make his way out.
Alrighty. So that's Darius' scene. Now we can go with
I believe Elvarin, Jeera, and Dazielle are the only ones left tonight.
Yep.
Correct.
They do. Question, Jeera.
Yes.
You are currently with
Yes.
Dazielle helping her dad, right?
Correct.
All right. So, just for you to know, Jeera, how he looks, Dazielle, and how it's working with him.
Mhm.
Dazielle's dad, it's like this big. Has that Iroh bot at the end of the 3rd season of Avatar.
Right.
So it's like buff, but he's also thick.
Gotcha.
Ah.
It's a dad bot basically.
Excellent.
Did you see the message I sent you, Ebony, about tell to him?
I'm sorry, what?
I don't. Did you see the message I sent about one more detail to him, or I'm not? It's up to you whether you want that or not.
I am sorry. Send it to me again. Text. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Up to you if you want that, but yeah.
No, sorry. I was having honestly trouble understanding you.
It's fine. I'm used to it.
It's okay. He's a 10 man. Facially, he looks a lot like Iskander from Fate. Let me look at reference picture.
Oh, that boy.
Oh.
Just not as tall.
You don't want to mess with him.
He also constantly has this expression on his face. Let me just post a reference picture on the chat. Like he's a very happy and cheerful man.
Let's see.
Okay.
Boom. Hey.
Also, you can tell that knowing, having seen Dazielle, you can tell what aspects she got from from her father, giving one of them her tan skin, the fiery hair, and even a bit of her kind of sparkling freckles. So he has some of them basically all over, like on his face, on his shoulders, back, and whatnot.
Not that you've seen. So.
And he's usually working, hammering iron and organizing weapons with the company of a very, very chunky Tresim cat.
Oh my god.
A Tresim, for those of you who don't know, it's a magical. It's a sort of magical beast. It's a cat with wings.
Right.
Unfortunately, this cat is so chunky he cannot longer use those.
Oh my
well
god.
loved though. He's very well loved.
He's a big chonka.
He is a chunk.
Yeah. Look at his chunk.
Once formerly emaciated, now chunk.
He's a chunk boy.
Ah.
Chunky
And
lad.
the story that Dazzy's father probably told you several times, Jeera.
Yes.
It's the time when he rescued him. What's the name of the cat again, Dazzy?
I don't think we came up for one.
We don't?
No, I don't think we ever did.
Chonkus.
Maybe Cinderclaw?
Cinder. Why not Cinder?
Well, sure. I just, Cinder Chonk, yes. That is the nickname Jazzy has called him at times. I thought Dazzy rescued him, and he was like, "No, I don't want a cat."
Yeah, she rescued this tiny, scrawny, abandoned kitten.
Little runt of the litter.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Grew up into the chunkiest of boys.
He's well loved.
And
Clearly.
like in the end, Dazzy's father loves the cat more than Dazzy.
Mm-hmm.
Like not more than Dazzy. More than Dazzy loves the cat. Wording.
No, I think Chunkus Kitty is high up there.
It's like the son he never had because he had a daughter.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
There's
What
a
kind of
little rivalry.
what kind of job you or what kind of things you think you will be doing in there, Jeera?
Jeera is particularly good at sculpting, so maybe like adjusting handles for anything that requires a handle, or like making an appreciation sculpture of Cinder.
Brilliant.
Cinder looks at the sculpture. He looks pleased.
Cinder chunk.
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to need to get him a bandana now just to match it's another kitty.
You can see as Cinder just is looks pleased with the statue and just knocks it. Dazzy's dad like, oh, don't worry about it. That means he actually loves it. He likes knocking down things.
I fear for my life during the night.
Oh god.
Sorry, what?
Cinders want to sleep with you. Cinders is too heavy. Accidentally smothered by the cat.
Yeah. So basically, just helping him with stuff in the smithing area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. On occasion, he might just go ask you to bring some stuff from some cargo he got from the.
Just so you know, Jeera is pretty small. He's like 5 feet at most.
How tall?
Like 5
Like
feet.
5 foot.
That's
let's see
not
how much.
small.
Oh. Oh, small.
Shall I like lower the size down a bit?
Maybe 4 foot.
4
Like
foot?
dwarf
Okay,
size.
Yeah.
Because he's about 4 feet then.
Oh, oof. That's a small boy.
It's
So,
fine,
yeah,
I shall protect.
He might just ask you to retrieve things that are not too heavy. He's like, oh, just go pick up this small box I ordered. I hope it's not too heavy for you. And in the end, it's just like this. It's like a box the size of your head at most.
All right. Want to be helpful. I'm not gonna complain about him looking down on me.
Well, I think we all look down to you, but not at you, I guess.
In this day in particular, he actually is asked you to retrieve this small package he ordered from the port.
All right.
And we'll have someone deliver a heavier one once you retrieve this one.
Okay.
That someone, while you're heading to the port, you run into this Luna.
Yes.
You are helping the sailors unload some cargo from the ships,
Mm-hmm.
and you run into this small, moving, walking piece of wood.
That would be Jeera.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello. I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
It's fine. I haven't the biggest presence, so I appreciate not being stepped on at the very least.
No, I am sorry. What's your name?
Jeera Ilya.
Jeera. That's a lovely name. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to know everyone here.
Well, I've only been in the area myself, like, for not too long now. Just a few weeks at most. Here,
Do excuse me. I do have to finish putting these away for the sailors here.
I'm here to retrieve a package. You wouldn't happen to know where it is, would you?
Just give me one moment. And she's going to go back over with the box that she's carrying and set it down where it's supposed to be and start talking to one of the sailors. And she starts like pointing at Jeera as she's talking to him.
Oh, wait.
I'm gonna put like a hand up and like, hi.
You are like the men in charge of these docks of sorts, which would be someone you also have a lot of contact with, Elvarin.
Okay.
It's Lauren, this very handsome man with this odd-looking hairstyle that resembles almost the feathers of a peacock.
Ooh.
It must take a long time to maintain.
It does. Oh, Lauren. What can I help you with? Sorry, we're just a bit busy today.
How's his name pronounced one more time?
Lauren.
Just Lauren? Just Lauren?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Lauren. Would there be a package here for a Jeera? And she turns around. Did you have a surname, Jeera?
Ilya.
Did we lose someone?
Jeera Ilya.
Ilya.
Okay. For a Jeera Ilya. I just ran into him here and he does appear to have something he's waiting for.
Oh, we Jeera. Oh yeah, it's the packet for the
Stormhammer.
for the Stormhammer. Let me just look at the last name. Sorry, just looking at my.
Apparently, my heal is not as high is my highest skill. Whoops.
Whoops.
Oh, yeah, it's the package for Cinder Spire. Could you please help him with the big one? I think the blacksmith might require some extra help to bring that one.
I would be glad to. And she nods, and she, with her 19 strength, goes off to pick up.
So you see, as Jeera is about to pick up, like it's the small box is on top of the big box. You see as Jeera is about to pick up the small one, and you accidentally pick up the large one first before he finishes, and you accidentally pick up him and the
It's too high up here.
Oh god, she's also 5'10". She's actually a mountain.
Yeah, Jeera, your feet are dangling in the air.
I'm scared for my life.
Oh, sir, my mistake. And she leans down and puts him back down on the ground with one arm while she balances the other box.
I'm going to quickly grab my box.
The tiny box.
Let me help you with this other box, this larger one here. Where do you need to take it?
To the Stormhammer's place, Smithy.
All right, show me the way. I'm afraid I'm not entirely familiar with the city yet myself.
I'm going to lead her the best I can to the smithy.
As you're leaving, Elvarin, Lauren just yells at you. Oh, by the way, when you're finished with that, I think the old man needs you to retrieve something here. So you will be getting here with something as well.
All right, I'll be back.
He goes back to continue with his job. You both start making your way towards the Stormhammer, and as you do, just let me. You start. Can we get some Goody or Wuten? Some more.
What's up?
I wouldn't say exactly combat music, but a bit more of a
dramatic.
Not dramatic.
More actiony. More actiony.
More exciting music.
I got you. Let me see here.
Oh, but the atmosphere is so peaceful. It makes me happy.
It's not going to be peaceful anymore.
Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to defer this one to Wuten because it might be. I don't want him to get a. I don't want him to get a copy strike. Not strike, but I don't want this area to be muted.
Right. What?
I defer to you.
What kind of action are we looking at? As Ebony describes it.
Something like when Joseph meets Santana.
Oh, okay. So
something
like
actiony, but also funny.
Okay. I'll get something for that.
My immediate thought is the vending machine scene from Durarara.
Something.
What that means.
Go ahead and describe the scene while I get this set up here.
All right. So
the Durarara scene that I'm talking about is where this one guy.
Oh no! I mean Ebony.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy to listen because I don't know it. I was intrigued.
I'll find it in my DMs with Guti and send you a link, Starry.
Much appreciated.
So
I am very curious.
So while you're walking on the side, let's do a small jump on the scene on Darius and Dazi at the same time.
Uh-oh.
As you both are, Darius probably walking outside just after his meeting with Mesarthim at the close. Dazi, you're probably doing just your normal walk around the city, looking for more trouble, I may add. All four of you, at a point, all four of you can hear from an alley the sound of someone getting beaten.
Give me a second here. I think this is it.
Is this going to be my vending machine scene?
I don't like this. I don't like the sound of that.
Chelsea cracks the neck and, well, here we go again.
Jeera and Elvarin, what is your
justice?
Are we converging on this? Like we're all meeting up together at the same, hearing the same thing?
You're not meeting with each other?
We're in the same general vicinity.
No, I mean like we're running into each other.
Not exactly. You could say that you and Jeera are on a side of the street. Darius is on another. Dazi is on another. But you can hear on an alley where nearby you four, someone getting beaten.
Darius is making his way for it.
Elvarin, do you hear that?
I believe I do. It sounds not pleasant. It sounds like violence.
I think we'd really better check that out.
Okay, I'm gonna set my box on the floor.
She's gonna put the box down and rush off in the direction of the noise.
I'm gonna fall right behind.
Dazi is already sprinting.
So the first one into arriving to the scene is Dazielle, who was closest to the scene.
Mm-hmm. What does she?
You see two fairly drunk men.
Mm-hmm.
Like kicking on the ground another one, and next to that man you see, looking a bit afraid, a woman you may know because she has went to your father's blacksmith every now and then for some minor details. Her name is Rosaria. She's also a dancer at Gilded Rose.
Mm.
And you can see her. She's like trying to just yelling at them to stop or that please leave them alone.
Now, has Dazielle ever encountered these two? Does she recognize them? Has she ever had to fight them before?
It's a big city. You may or may not have seen these guys. They are. You might have seen them drunk sometimes, walking on the alleys, but you haven't ever seen them in a fight before.
Okay, so okay. I was planning to say something, but that's not going to work. Just she cracks her knuckles and be like, "Oi, do you want to pick on someone? You pick on me," and just charges at them.
Okay, as you charge, Darius, you are the second one arriving. As you are like making your way, you see Dazi on the entrance of the alley, and you see her charge inside.
Okay, and it's just like two, and I see the two guys standing over this other woman.
Yeah, You haste your way. You see Dazielle running towards them. You see the two guys beating on the other one on the floor. And
Are they beating on her or beating on someone else? Sorry.
Sorry, what?
Are they beating her or beating someone else?
No, someone else. Yeah, another guy.
Okay. Oh well, they're all getting their asses kicked.
Sorry, what you were gonna say, Darius?
Darius, seeing this, he's gonna crack both of his knuckles. Like, well, look at that. Well, looky here. Looks like a little warm-up sesh. Y'all causing trouble back here, or is it just me? As he starts to he's starting to make his way towards one of the drunk. Starting to make his way towards one of the drunk guys with his fists ready.
Hey, why don't
You
you
can't beat
don't
the
mind
shit
your
out of you
own
without
business, freaks?
Hey, how about you? Oh wait, I had something like 2 minutes ago. Fuck.
Oh, you don't see someone else picking on someone else. I'd say you're the freak.
As
Look,
this,
if you think you're gonna take on a, he's so cute, thinking he can take on. He has to beat up he has to beat up a girl to look tough.
Well, I mean, girls can be quite sturdy, so I don't really
Yeah,
know
you
what that comment was about, but...
You sure look the part, Goldie. How about we show him a little bit of a tussle?
Wait! Shh, you can see my scales. Oh no, okay. Well, this is happening!
Alright.
Okay. Well, jeez.
So as you're approaching
guys.
as you are approaching menacingly to these guys, Elvarin and Jeera, you just made your way after putting down the boxes, and you also see these two guys that were beating another one with this girl. With this girl scared, looking at them, and then looking at the, and then you look at the two odd-looking fellas. Jeera, you recognize Dazielle is about to get into trouble.
Again.
Miss Duzzy, what are you doing? You're attacking some drunk people?
Oh, well, they were attacking first. What can I say? They need to be taught a lesson.
I'm gonna cast a spell and throw a snowball at them, or mud ball actually.
Before you... Okay, what are you casting?
Alright.
Snowball?
Or mud ball.
Mud ball.
Can you post the spell, please?
I'm not using it aggressively, just non-lethally.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
So I didn't tackle one of them?
This
Or
will
am I
happen
just
at the same
beating on
time.
one?
No, you
Okay.
tackle one, and then Jeera snowball the other.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I'm about to lay a fist in another dude's face, but
Alright.
Can't beat the shit out of you without getting closer.
Alright, Elvarin, are you doing something? in particular?
Yes. I'm gonna move in for a grapple, actually.
Alright, so this is how it will happen. First Dazielle. Make me a... This won't be a proper combat per se.
Theater of the mind.
Yeah, it's theater of the mind. So we won't be getting, very, very specific rules at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Flavor of the theater of the mind.
Exactly.
Yes.
Dazielle, roll me a strength check.
Strength check.
Yes.
Give
Just
me a
shoulder
sec.
checking this fucker.
Oh, please let me do this right.
Oh,
Wow.
fuck yeah.
Yes.
Oh wow. So you just straight up tackle one, Are you tackling him against the ground?
Yep.
He's on the floor. He's on the floor. He looks at you. What are you trying to do, you bitch?
Oh, you should not have said that.
Looks like she's trying to get a head start on my job.
As this happens,
What job?
Darius, you see as she just tackled down one of them. Are you going to punch that one, or?
Yeah, he's gonna go. He's gonna go straight up to a two weapon jab at this guy.
All right, hitting him on the ground. Okay. Proper of Darius.
Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna give it's just gonna be one swing.
All right, so give me a strength check as well.
Strength.
Yeah.
Yike.
You almost have him, but unfortunately, because Dazi is blocking a bit your way, you almost hit her and you merely graze this guy's cheek.
Damn broad, get out of the way.
Now, for Jeera, you're gonna throw your mud ball.
Correct.
The one that's still standing. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. Throw it at him.
Okay.
This music is cool, though.
Yeah. It's JoJo.
Oh, that makes sense.
He said JoJo. I went with JoJo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the scene where they meet Rohan for the first time in part 4.
Yeah.
Where he's eating the fucking spider. Yeah.
Oof. Jeera,
Yeah.
you throw like a girl.
I can't help it.
I take offense to that.
Nah, I'm joking. But yeah, you throw like a baby, basically.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, you just throw.
Gonna look disappointed at myself and at the floor.
Yeah. No, I was joking. No. Elvarin, are you going to grapple the one standing?
Yeah, I'm gonna basically do the same thing that Dazielle did and try to tackle him to the ground.
Alrighty. Roll me the same thing, please.
Same strength check?
Yes.
Nice.
You have him grappled, and you put him on the ground to try to stop him. He basically goes with the same like, "Hey, stop!" What are you doing? So they're both on the
Hey,
ground.
stop what are you doing? Is what he says.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and stop it since it looks like it's broken up at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Miss, you doing all right?
Rosaria.
I'm breaking up a fight is what I'm doing.
Wasn't talking to you. Miss, he's looking at the
Rosaria.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's gonna offer a hand to help her up. Don't mind me saying, you look dressed like some of the folks down the road. Are you with Gilded Rose by chance?
I am. I was trying to help a client, and these two folk actually have been. Fucking alien. And these fellows have actually been quite bothersome for the last couple of weeks. And
Well, sounds like I got started a day early. Nice to meet you. I'm the new bouncer. Come on. He's helping her up.
Wait, what? With this.
as you are,
Okay.
Dazi and Elvarin, Are you still holding onto the guys?
Yeah, I'm gonna flick the guy in the nose when I find out he's been harassing her. Bad. It's some manners. Be raised in a barn or something.
Get on back. We'll take care of him.
As you, Elvarin, are you doing something?
Now I'll let you up if you play nicely.
I'm trying to think of a good answer.
Well, remember they are drunk.
Yeah.
She's like giving him the mum stare, like you've been a very naughty boy. The shame look.
Give me an intimidation check, please.
Okay, hold up. Hold up. Do I have it as a? I did not put points into it. This is my one character in which I did not put points into intimidation.
You're a war priest. You're a war priest. You didn't put points into intimidation.
I'm a nice war priest.
That means it hurts more when you're scary.
Yeah.
You're not being precisely scary, but your mom aura is just so intense. The guy's like, fine.
Just like scoffs. Ugh, fine.
Yeah. That's what
so you a priest?
I'm a priest with an axe, thank you.
So you're a priest.
Priest to meet
Okay, so she lets go of like, I don't know what that's called when you have somebody's arm up their back. Like when you twist their arm up their back.
Half Nelson.
Arm lock?
Okay.
Yeah, arm lock. Or Nelson. Something like that. I'm trying to...
She takes her knee off his back. She releases him from the half Nelson that she's got him in. And she gives him and she tells him, I wouldn't fancy treating a lady like that. In my sight again.
Darius is going to have a punch ready in case one of these guys make any kind of sudden, like, jerking, drunken maneuver at anybody.
All right.
Do they have anything to say, or do they just like?
And you will need it because once Dazi gets up with a one, he's going to try to elbow her on the stomach.
Welp.
I was gonna try and like.
I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry that he's trying that.
Okay.
I'm sorry he's trying that.
And kidney punch.
Okay, so what you were trying, Dazielle?
No, it's fine.
So as you're trying to stand up, you see as he tries to elbow you, but just as he's about to try, you see very, very close this punch of Darius. Knocking him lights out.
As the arm moves right in front of you, you see black scales reflecting off of his forearm.
How did you get those so dark? I've been trying for months to do that. How did you do that?
By being born. Ever try it?
Yeah, they came out like this.
Oh my god. Brilliant. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
That was like the best response you could have had.
That was perfect.
Thank God I am witty at times because I'm panicking on thinking what she would say.
Oh, that's brilliant.
All right. Jeera, are you doing something?
Not really sure what I can do. It seems like everyone else that's bigger than me has it. So I think I'm not really doing anything particular.
So you're just hanging around with him?
Walking back over to get your box.
Yeah.
As 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 you're doing this, and you're trying to deal with this conscious guy, and Desi is just now carrying this one that's just limp now.
Now, did you learn your lesson or did you not? Do we have to do that again? Do you want us to do that again? Grr.
I wouldn't mind. He says he said
unconscious.
there's like Darius is like shaking his hand, like kind of shakes the like the the kickback out of his hand, and is just like, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
You only see this like thick drool falling from his mouth.
Good, I'm glad that we had this conversation. Don't let me catch you do it again.
Now, as you're trying to deal with this too, you hear someone yelling, "Halt! Halt! Halt over there!"
Shit.
And you see, at least to you, Dazzy, a familiar face.
Let me find his name.
Oh
Sorry.
no.
Oh, Captain, get there. Commando, what's up? It's fine. It's all fine. We're just having a conversation over here.
So, everyone, you see this?
Hey, we're just having a conversation over here. Come on.
Yeah, that's why.
You see this very tall, half elven male. He seems to be wearing this kind of Jon Snow-like armor.
Ah.
He knows
So kind of like a fur crusted kind of.
Exactly. Just instead of furs, it's feathers.
All right.
In brown colors. He has like this shoulder armor, is carrying a glaive. Not you again, Dazzy.
He doesn't call me that.
Dazzy.
He doesn't call me that. Only my dad and Jeera call me that. Now I feel like a kid being in trouble. Oh no.
Well, I guess that saves us on introductions, huh?
That's it. Oh.
All right, Dazzy.
Look, I am Dazielle. I'm Dazielle.
He just lowers his battle position. This doesn't surprise me coming from you. But can you please introduce me to your new friends here? And can you please remind them what the rules are here?
Yeah, I can remind them of the rules. What's your name?
He's just gonna like kind of put his hand up real quick. Like, Darius, new in town, and just getting a head start on my job, sir. He says as he kind of points back towards the
lady.
Towards the lady. They're like, you can the lady of the Gilded Rose can vouch for me.
Rosaria.
Yeah.
Rosaria.
She can vouch for me that I'm starting my new job, and frankly, I don't think it's a good idea to just let a couple of drunk punks harass our
employees.
Our employees, yeah.
Employees and clients.
Yeah, weren't they beating up a client?
They were beating up a client.
Yeah. Elvarin, he also was doing the question at you and Jeera.
A perfect record.
Oh.
My diet is ruined.
Sorry, I'm not braining at the moment. Hold on. So he's just asking who we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dazzy doesn't know your name. She knows Jeera, but she's I don't know you.
Jeera, Ilya here.
Sir,
Go ahead.
I heard a commotion over here, and when I saw what was going on, I couldn't exactly just leave them to their trouble. Sure, you understand.
Oh, I've seen you around on the docks, right?
Yes, I've been helping the sailors with their shipments.
Yeah, I remember hearing a bit from you from some of the cargo we've been receiving. And he looks at you, Jeera.
Yes.
He kind of like crouches down. Don't let her corrupt you, please. You seem to be quite helpful to her dad.
Thank you, sir.
I don't go
Now-
anybody.
Now, if your new friend can explain you what the rules are here, Dazielle.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, I can do that. Innocent smile.
What are the rules?
I'm trying to find them. Where are the rules?
As
Ebony, did you send me
this is
rules?
happening, by the way, as after the commander guy says that, you're just gonna hear Darius say, "Yeah, Dazzy, what are the rules?"
We're still hit rising.
You can try.
Dazielle, we've gone over this a few times with your magic lesson.
I'm trying to. Ebony, did you send me rules? Because I'm looking.
Yes.
Is it just?
It's just what he's always said to you when you get in.
Oh, okay. Don't get involved in squabbles in the city, basically. Leave it to the guards.
Exactly. Now, I would appreciate if you all.
But sir, what if we made it too late and the guards weren't able to assist? Like,
That's
that
a
time
very
it was
good
too
point.
late. We only did what we could because there were no guards around. You can't expect
There was
your
already
people to be all over the city.
a brawl going on, if I may say so.
They were just helping me out, get acquainted with what I'm gonna be doing.
If
Let's
anything,
just help.
you're
Nobody
at fault
here
here
did
for not
anything
being
more
here.
than was necessary to break up the fight.
He gives you an understanding look in his eyes. I understand you are well intentioned, and I appreciate you managed to reduce these guys. But you have to understand, I can have civilians getting into fights with other people, and as you will technically be causing violence, if you understand what my point is.
I mean, this guy's nose didn't get broken this time, Commander. So, and that was an accident.
He
You're
looks.
fine. You're fine.
He looks at the face of the one Darius punched.
He was resisting arrest and tried to attack me. Enough said.
He looks at his face and does this.
Might have a different tooth count once we get him into a clinic, but so how's this gonna work, Captain?
Commander,
my mistake. How's this gonna work, Commander? If we get scuffles inside the Gilded Rose, do you want me to keep do I handle what's inside and you and your posse handle what's on outside?
I would appreciate that, yes.
All right.
If you handle trouble in there, just handle them as best as you can and try to leave them with as many teeth as possible.
All right. If you see me wearing a new necklace around town, he's just gonna wink.
Jeera is gonna pull on like the edge of Darius's clothing to like.
Elvarin is looking increasingly horrified at Darius's general statements.
He's looking both ways when he looks way down. Oh.
Boy, you got a license for that fist, mate.
Oh my god.
He's gonna do the he's gonna do like he's gonna take a knee to meet Jeera.
So Darius,
what's your story, little friend?
What sort of place is the Gilded Rose that requires people to fight?
Just doing that. Don't.
Well,
You know the neck thing. Just no. Don't.
well, it's the type of place where people can go to unwind, have a good time, take it easy on the wallets, the spirits, take it easy on the eyes, that sort of place.
Oh, does he? Can you take me to this place? It sounds lovely.
It's.
I'm starting working there. I'll be there tomorrow around lunch hour. So
we can have fun with our new friend here and their friends.
Just don't get too crazy, is all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
you're gonna be
bad on that.
Wouldn't want anyone. You guys seem pretty well antiquated with your. Well, he's gonna look around like, I guess, tackling people and throwing mud at them. So
that was magic mud.
Magic mud. Is that what you call it?
Yep.
It's not like slang for like manure or nothing. It's just.
Anyway, Commander, I think we've learnt our lesson. Yes.
I'm just gonna cast a spell again, but like not throw it. Just make it appear in my hand. I don't know. Nowhere.
He's trying really hard to not laugh at the scene.
And I'm not the one that corrupted him. That was that one. That was that one.
None of us isn't trying. He lets a small sigh. Well, it looks like you have some catching up to do. Why don't you leave me these punks here and Miss Rosaria? I'll escort you back to the Rose. And I'll let you go with a warning. You four. Just not get into too much trouble. And he looks at the two tall folk, Darius and Elvarin. Try to make this mess here not misbehave as much.
Shit. Commander, let me tell you, from here on out, I'll be the one that finishes them, not starts them. Ain't that right, Dazzy?
Jeera, you know how much this pisses her off.
Yeah, her eyes are slowly slitting slightly in annoyance. Like her pupil.
Does he?
So, did you
we have some?
Oh, one at a time. First, Darius.
Question for Jeera: Did he conjure the mud or whatever?
Yeah, he just like let it appear in his hand.
Oh, so I guess to that, Darius would have said, "Oh, then I haven't seen a whole lot of magic till I got here."
No.
You one of the wizardy types?
Yes. I learned magic just as much as it's in me.
That's pretty fascinating, little guy.
He's a good
Soon
teacher.
I'll be able to do a lot more.
Oh, look forward to that. I never really was too smart enough to figure that out for myself, so,
Not everyone's used to it. And I understand.
Well, sure, you can teach me a few things. Not how to use it, just, how to...
I'm training to learn how to apply it to equipment. So not everyone that has magic. So everyone that doesn't have magic is able to use it. One way or another.
Elvarin perks up at this. Really? I hadn't heard of that.
I'm really close to a breakthrough in being able to do this.
That's fascinating. I would love you to tell me about it.
I'd like to hear more too, as soon as we get out of this dank-ass alleyway.
Of course.
Agreed.
Miss Duzzy, Miss Dazielle, would it be okay if we were to go to the Stormhammer with our new friends here?
Yes, I think we should check on the guy that was beaten up, though, first.
Stormhammer, that sounds like a place to get a big cold pint of brew. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, you could get the brew, but it will be made of fire.
It's a smithy, sir.
Oh.
It's a smithy.
Yeah.
That's even more intense. I'm in.
Brilliant.
Oh my god.
How's the guy that was beaten up? Because Dazielle's going to move to check on him unless he went with
I think
Commander.
the commander took him along.
So
Okay.
basically, what happened is that the Rosaria helped the client get up. He's able to walk, just a bit bruised. He's escorting the one with his glaive, the one that's conscious, and he's dragging the other by the boot.
Perfect.
Okay, gotcha. So
The one who
they're
was
out.
unconscious?
Yeah.
So they're in the law's hands now.
I
Good.
do
That
hope
they
they
should be.
I do hope they'll be all right.
Miss
They'll be
Elvarin.
back drinking again.
Yes.
Elvarin,
Yes.
in assistance for this, should I treat you to the Gilded Rose some other time?
She smiles sort of uncomfortably.
Jeera, how about the other place? The other places, the ones that we've gone to.
Just
Rose,
Darius bellow laughing the entire time.
Gay
But,
panic,
Hey,
gay panic, gay panic.
Let the lad do what he wants.
I mean, the Gilded Rose is a lovely place to just hang out, but there's other things. But
Gay
But our
panic,
friend
gay
here
panic,
worked
gay
it.
panic, gay
Gay
panic.
panic, gay panic, gay panic, gay panic. Perfect. All right.
She smiles uncomfortably and she's like, perhaps. Do you know of any other places that we might go to?
But this one sounds like the best.
it's-
Based upon
it's
Mr.
a
Darius' description.
Good. Darius did give
Black
a
dragon cackling intensifies.
Ebony, please offer suggestions pronto, please.
Elvarin's sort of
Come on, you'll be fine.
she does an intake of breath and she says, well, he gave a rather, and she leans into him, lowering her voice, a bit of a euphemistic explanation of what the place is.
Well, what sort of place is it then?
It's,
You know
And
those books that
she
Dad sort
blushes.
of probably tried to show you.
What's a euphemistic and how do you...
You see, Jeera, they're so enamored with the place. It's so fascinating, they can't even put it in the words.
They put it in
Elvarin
books is what
is-
they did.
She...
Figured I could do a little bit of advertising while I'm not on the clock, huh?
Well, if you guys don't want to come with me, I guess that's fine. I'll just go by myself and meet Darius.
No, we'll go with you.
We'll go.
It's best, such a place, it's best to go with someone. And she goes back and picks up Jeera's larger box. In the meantime, why don't we get this sorted?
Wonderful.
Yeah, I want to try one of these blacksmith brews you guys were on about.
So,
Dazielle is questioning Darius's intelligence at this point.
Brilliant. Intelligence 9. Woo! Brilliant.
So-
Intelligence 9, and he's new to town and a large society.
I forgot his intelligence was 9. I thought. he
Oh,
was
this is
sarcastic.
so fitting.
You guys are
Oh
gonna
my
hate
God.
me worse then.
Dude, he was raised on fighting in a monastery. He knows nothing about the world.
Yep, I
Perfect.
forgot it about that.
Oh, I love it.
Wait,
I
does
love it.
Darius even know what the Gilded Rose is?
Yeah. Oh no, he got
Yeah.
it. He understood after he went inside. It's just that he did not catch on to the wording on the job posting.
Ah.
Initially,
But once
yeah.
he went inside, but when he went inside and applied for the job, he was like,
Oh, it's a
"Oh,
whorehouse. Where the whores
This is
are.
one of those places.
oh."
Evidently-
But then he was like, This is what I have to protect? Oh, that's... Yeah, okay, that's easy.
So, after dealing with those punks on the alley, you're taken to the Stormhammer to first retrieve the packages for Dazzy's father. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Which he seems very glad to have to see that Dazielle brought new people to his business and possibly new friends for her.
Papa, yes, we have people.
Oh,
Maybe.
welcome.
Do not offer any drinks to that one.
He looks at you. He looks at Darius.
How's it going, young man? 2 drinks it is!
Oh,
2 drinks.
Let me offer you something to drink.
No.
Then he's going to... Then if Dazzy turns to look at Darius, he's just going to wink at her.
Just give me the stink
He
eye.
may not be intelligent, but he knows people.
He comes back with like this 4 different glasses, mugs, or tankards. Like all of them seem they seem a bit dirty outside with like burned, but at least clean on the inside as far as you can tell. He pours some not so strong ale on them. Well, what brings you? Well, you are here most of the time, and you basically live in here. But what brings you to my humble business?
You two related then?
Oh yeah, he goes up to Dazzy and like gives her the head pats and like messes her hair.
Oh god, it's like every nightmare I've had.
Oh look, Dazzy's flushing.
I will murder you in your sleep one day.
Hey, your kid's got a mean tackle. You know that? Took out a drunk ass in an alleyway, and I finished the job.
No, he's had a few already. It's fine. I didn't do anything.
A little bit violent.
And that was a lie.
I didn't do anything.
Sorry, what
not, that's not him. That's not him laughing. That's me laughing.
That's good.
No, sorry, what you said, Luna? I didn't hear you.
Oh no, she was just making comments in the middle of their chat, so it doesn't matter if it was heard or not.
Sorry.
He actually giggles a bit. Oh, really?
No, I was perfectly good. I mean, you know, I don't do bad things. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're doing well. And tell me, are you two new in town? As he looks at Darius and Elvarin.
I am, as a matter of fact. I haven't been here long. I'm just starting to learn my ropes around the city.
Same for me. I just came from the jungles in the west, the old monastery, and figured it's about time to start a new life out in the world, see what it's got to offer, you know?
Well, if you're not too busy and any of you want some extra coin, I can always use another extra pair of hands for both of you.
Guess that would depend on time, because I
I do have a shipment I need to get back to.
So
Oh. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, at the prospect of coin, Darius's eyes do light up, all dragonly, and he goes on to then say, "Well, I did just pick up a gig at the Gilded Rose that I'll be starting tomorrow, but when I'm not there, and if you need a little extra muscle around the place, I'm happy to offer where I can if you're offering a little bit of money on the side."
He looks at you, and he offers you his hand to shake.
Oh boy.
No, no.
And it comes down to Armstrong and what's his name?
Yes.
Armstrong and fuck.
You know who I mean, though.
Izumi's husband.
Yeah.
Izumi's husband.
Izumi's husband. Yeah.
Darius will offer a manly, meaty handshake.
he is going to grip tight, and you can see his arm.
I'm seeing the sparkly muscles.
Yes.
Absolutely rippling.
Everybody roll your fort saves to not have a nosebleed.
I'm immune.
I think Dazzy is too annoyed.
I don't have blood. I don't understand.
I'm
Jeera
immune to abs.
Jeera doesn't have blood. I imagine Elvarin's just like, oh my god, these guys.
Elvarin's like, what am I looking at?
The start of a
Testosterone.
wonderful, the start of a beautiful partnership.
Oh, that reminds me. You're the one that brought me the big box.
Are you talking to me or Jeera?
Yes.
Elvarin.
Jeera definitely brought the big box, yes.
Elvarin, where is Jeera currently? I want to do something.
I'm gonna say like probably standing next to you with the little box.
Okay.
I think we'd probably built something so that you can be on the same eye level with us at some point.
I'm gonna
like a cat tree sort of thing.
I turn around and I look at Jeera.
Look back at you.
It is your box, sir.
Ebony, how much does a box weigh?
No, I mean like he's asking who brought him the box. You're the person who brought him the box, etc.
You brought it. So I'm just gonna I guess set it down somewhere, or have it set. Or are you inside
I
the
mean,
building?
she still has the big box, but he was. I just asked Ebony, are you talking to me or to Jeera when you ask who the box?
No, to Elvarin.
Okay.
Yes, I was just helping this gentleman with his delivery.
Oh, that's very sweet of you. I can't always have him deliver some stuff. He's
He is small.
Yes.
Can deny it no longer.
Big. His hat is big, though.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Wait, would you mind if I do enjoy the good company of people that can also help me keep her out of trouble, as he kind of pats you on the head as well. Do you mind a few extra coin to be my official helper with cargo?
Now, what is my status with this shipments and such? Am I like officially employed, or am I just like helping and kind of taking coin under the table?
More than anything, you help. You're not like officially employed by them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You like help them with what they need if they need anything, or.
Okay, and probably in my other time, I'm like at one of the temples helping people with stuff.
Mm-hmm. And even if you haven't been here long, Lauren is he's a pretty. He's also been looking for you to fit in a bit more within the city.
He ironically may be doing the opposite with his fabulousness.
No, he just wants me to get settled, is what I think Ebony means.
Yeah.
I would be glad to be of help, if I can be.
Well, it would be nice to see you around more and maybe get some extra coin. You too. As he looks at Darius and gives you the Armstrong twinkle.
If ever I'm down on the clock, just give me a holler, old man.
And you, Jeera?
Yes?
Don't get into trouble. You're gonna get crushed.
Sir,
you know, if he plays his cards right at the Rose tomorrow, I second that. Long, awkward sip of ale.
Elvarin,
unassuming ale chug.
Sir, you haven't
Elvarin
seen my
just
true power yet.
gives Darius side eye whilst he's drinking his ale.
What?
Oh no.
Oh yes.
I was. He was told to not get corrupted. So.
Session 0.
Does this count as corruption? Does this count as corruption?
Is this corruption?
It's taking innocence away, so yes.
Is this fucking loss?
And game to.
It's some kind of loss.
How would my innocence be taken away?
You gain new vistas of knowledge.
I gain new vistas of knowledge, but I literally do not have any equipment.
He is the equipment. Are we?
No!
He can't goal.
6 feet!
He can't play goal.
5.5 inches of pure anonymous pleasure.
Oh my god!
Oh god! It's not even session 1, and you guys are already.
Oh, that's
going to tear your nieces. He's going to tear your nieces to pieces.
You can't stop me, woman. I am a machine. You're madness.
Oh my god!
And that's when we realize this is loss.
This is loss.
I can't get tired. I'm just gonna point this out. I can't get tired.
Oh my
god.
Well.
God. And so it truly begins.
What have we done?
Welcome to Rulers of Embercrest.
Yes.
Yes.
Legendary first meeting.
Oh.
I think with this fun chat that may last a couple more, 1 hour or two more with Dazzy's father just telling stories.
Dazzy.
Elvarin begins to smile a little bit more as Darius continues to make fun of the name.
Hey Papa, do we have any loose metal that we can put in his drink? We can just choke him on it. One more one to be missed.
Maybe with cider chunk cuddling in any of your laps while you sit and chat for a couple hours. The sunset. And with this, I think it will be a good place to call for session 0 with all of your characters introduced and now some of the bonds formed officially before one starts.
All right.
I have tears in my eyes. Oh my god.
Oh, that was good. Oh, that was
beautiful.
Did everyone have fun?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
I am very excited for this campaign, guys.
It's gonna be a good one. I hope that I hope that the viewers were they enjoyed the little character interactions for session 0. And I'm thinking, I think we may stream this just consistently, because it seems like a lot of very interesting and entertaining character interactions afoot. So
Yeah.
until next time, I hope all of the viewers enjoyed, and we will see all of you in the next episode of Rulers of Embercrest. Okay.
No, this is more. I think this is more of a part 4 vibe right now.
Yeah.
Next time, Jeera gets kicked out for tiring out all of the workers at Gilded.
hey, but
Boom.
I might get a promotion because I brought in this never-ending tiredness.
This
customer.
absolute lad.
You know what? You know what? It will come to a point where Jeera will learn about this, and he will invent the fucking thing that they were going to put into Jerry's thing on Rick and Morty.
Yes.
Wait, is he gonna make a sex golem now?
No. He's going to invent like an automatic strap-on.
Oh my fucking god. All right. Until next time, y'all have a good one. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.